I was speaking with God again, and He revealed this revelation to me. The answer as to why Jesus had to come. God creates the sin-free garden for man to reside in. Man eats the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Sin is introduced into the world. Man is forced to exit the garden. Sin begins to run rampant within the world, totally consuming the hearts and minds of man. God sends the great flood to wipe out all man on the earth. God allows a righteous man, Noah, and a select few family to survive by building an ark and placing inside it 2 of every kind of animal to once again restore new life after the great flood. God vows to never destroy the world again by flood. He creates the rainbow as a reminder to us of that eternal promise. Mankind's heart begins to again succumb to sin, even inside the new world. However, instead of destroying the entire world again, God creates a way to transform mankind from the inside out by creating a perfect conduit which can purify anyone or anything caught in sin. God sends His only Son, Jesus Christ, to become that conduit. Jesus Christ is then born into the sinful world, fully God and fully human. This is a specific design because He must remain perfect as God to dutifully remain connected to an equally perfect God. This means He cannot become tainted in any way through sin. However, Adam physically ate the forbidden fruit. Therefore, the price having to be paid was a physical death. Our bodies have incurred that original sin upon birth from our ancestors. That means, in order to fully save us from the sin growing within us, Jesus Christ had to fully become as us, to completely defeat sin from the inside out. This means He had to live the impossible life for us. He had to be born into the sinful world and live inside a human body without succumbing to the sin-stained ways of the world or influences of it. Meaning He could not think one sinful thought, do one sinful thing, act upon one sinful urge, or else His perfect conduit line to our perfect God could become tainted, or even worse, broken. Though Jesus Christ was a perfect being inside a human body, the price for sin is death. Therefore, Jesus Christ then laid down His life as the one perfect sacrifice to atone for all sin, conquering death itself while simultaneously ensuring our sin-free conduit path to God remained open for all eternity. Now that the sin-free conduit path through Jesus Christ is open for all eternity, we have a direct path to heaven and God spiritually. Using that new conduit path, Jesus Christ now sends the Holy Spirit to enlighten us in our journeys to find the true path leading to the conduit path of heaven provided by Jesus Christ Himself. Now everyone who is reborn through Jesus Christ alone is washed clean in His name and have direct access to that eternal conduit path to heaven and God. God promised to return to live alongside His people. For that to happen, sin must go away completely. This is because God is perfect, and sin cannot exist in any form within His presence. It will become utterly destroyed instantly. This means, if He were to simply appear now, all inside the world will be totally destroyed, for all have sinned. This is why Jesus Christ came to the world as that cleansing conduit, to allow us the actual means to again exist in the presence of a perfect God, just as we did in the garden before the fall. This means that as God prepares to return to the world, the sin inside it will have to be snuffed out and removed forever. This will happen in the form of physical birth pains within the world. The birth pains would essentially be the earth trying to expel all sin and return to its original perfect state in preparation for the return of God its creator. These birth pangs would likely look to us as very strange storms or powerful abnormal events or happenings. These cleansing storms would have to be very intense because sin and the effects of sin have very deeply stained this world. These storms are also designed to be our final wake-up call to become saved through using the conduit provided through Jesus Christ alone as God returns. These birth pain cleansing storms would then begin to increase in frequency as the perfect kingdom of heaven and God arrives closer and closer to earth. As all sin in the world now begins to go awry due to being so close to God's truly perfect presence, the people inside it that are still firmly caught in sin and not reborn in the safety net of Jesus Christ would then begin to descend into utter chaotic-like behavior. This is because sin would still be a part of them, physically and mentally. Therefore, as it is becoming destroyed, they also become destroyed at the arrival of God's true presence. Eventually, all the condensed sin within the world would eventually catch fire and be burned away as God approaches. This means God's arrival will bring the day of fire as spoken of in Revelations inside the Bible. As this fire totally burns away all sin, the earth is once again able to return to its perfect state, as once before in the garden before the fall. Now, being made again perfect and free from all sin, God lives with His holy people in the new garden. Those who have chosen to become reborn again in Jesus Christ, the sinless eternal conduit, are simply put, our new Noah's Ark, provided for our eternal salvation.